Straighten this up.
Good evening, everybody. Match 24 of the 1979 Cricket World Cup was played here at Colombo, here in Sri Lanka. It was Rhodesia versus the Rebel South African 11. A victory for Rhodesia would guarantee Australia's and Ireland's passage into the quarterfinals and wrap up Group 2. Victory for the Rebel South African 11 will give them a slight glimmer of hope going into their final match against Australia. This is what happened at Colombo today, and the toss was won by the Rebel South Africans. They actually won the toss and elected the field first on a slow normal pitch. These slow normal pitches have been pretty good for chasing recently, but they've also got a little bit better for batting. I mean, yesterday we saw Bangladesh hit 262 for 7 at Kandy, and the Dutch chased it down in 47 overs, I believe, 264 for 4 to keep their World Cup hopes alive. So the Rebel South African 11 elected a bowl, but what a performance from Rhodesia. Absolutely irresistible. They made 314 for 4 from their 50 overs, the third score of 300 in this World Cup. Rhodesia's highest ever score in one-day internationals, and they just avoided the highest ever score by an associate member in a World Cup match. Remember, Sri Lanka scored 315 for 5 4 years ago against them. I think that was at the Oval. 314 for 4 from their 50 overs. Absolutely awesome performance. Look at that. 2 centurions. We don't see that too often. I think that's the first time in a one-day international that 2 centurions have happened. 10, 12 and 24. 2 not out. But 114 for the opening batsman off of 135 deliveries and 130 off 121 deliveries. 130 not out for 121 deliveries for the number 5 batsman. He actually won man of the match, and we'll see that in a moment. He gave him his life, probably statistically the best all-round performance of all time. The bowling figures: 49 for 2 for a medium pacer, the off spin at 18 for 0, 35 for 0 for being fast right-arm fast bowler, 29 for 0 for the right-arm fast bowler, 55 for 1 for the right-arm fast bowler, the left-armer, 59 for 0, and 63 for 1 for the other right-arm fast bowler. They just got whacked all over the place. It was a wonderful back and forwards from Rhodesia. As for the Rebel South African 11, they tried. I mean, they lost an early wicket, but they kept trying. Remember, they were 216 for 4 at one stage, and then they lost their final 6 wickets for just 35 runs in the end. 9, 41, 65, 65 and 39. That top order did pretty well, but then once they lost their 5th wicket, they just folded pretty easily. 1, 0, 6, 14, 1 not out and 0. As you could see, not only did he get 130 not out, he took 4 for 42 with his medium pacers. Absolutely extraordinary, without doubt, statistically the best all-round performance in one-day international history. 46 for 0, 34 for 0, 39 for 1. 46 for 0 for the fast bowler, 34 for 0 for the medium pacer, 39 for 1 for the left arm quickie, 43 for 1 for the slow left armer, and 4 for 42 as well for the off spinner. So this was the final outcome: Rhodesia versus the Rebel South African 11 at Colombo. The Rebel South Africans won the toss, selected the bowl first. A wonderful performance from Rhodesia. 314 for 4, or the second highest total ever in a World Cup match by an associate side. The Rebel South African 11 didn't really give up, but all out for 251 in 47.2 overs. Rhodesia winning by 63 runs, and the man of the match for his 130 not out off 121 deliveries and 4 for 42 with a ball, with one of the best all-round performances of all time, with the number 5 Rhodesian batsman. Not Zimbabwe yet, need to stop calling him Rhodesia. So Zimbabwe win by 63 runs. It does confirm Australia and Ireland's passage into the next round. It does confirm Ireland and Australia's passage into the next round. Ireland play Australia in a couple of days' time in the next Group 2 match. That'll be their final group match, but they can relax now knowing that they're in the quarterfinals. Group 2 is basically wrapped up now. It's just a case of who's going to finish top of the group, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. If Ireland lose against Australia, it would guarantee, effectively, a quarterfinal against either Pakistan or England. Tomorrow's match, Tomorrow's match, obviously, let's just save the game. There is going to be no statistics because it's two associate members. So once again, we're not going to be having a look at the star players because there is no star players for those two. Tomorrow's match, the host nation against India. Sri Lanka looking to book their place in the quarterfinals tomorrow, as likewise India. If India lose tomorrow, it's more than likely they'll either get knocked out of the tournament, which will be inexplicable really, or Sri Lanka, or they will definitely play with West Indies in the quarters, potentially. Well, congratulations to Rhodesia. That's their first ever World Cup win. They didn't win a single match 4 years ago in England, but they've won a match here. They fell 5 runs short in a thriller against Holland, remember, Lords, if I remember right in that match. But congratulations to Rhodesia. Really entertaining match, really enjoyable match. And Australia and Ireland are through to the quarterfinals. Tomorrow's match, as said, as you've just seen, is Sri Lanka versus India. The host nation looking to book their place in the quarterfinals under an Indian side whose captain is under massive pressure and has announced his retirement from international cricket after the tournament. Defeat for India would mean they would have to rely on then Sri Lanka to beat Holland in their final match. And boy, Holland chased 263 yesterday. It's going to be, you never know what could happen. But until then, we'll see you for match 25 of this 1979 Cricket World Cup being played here in Sri Lanka. The host nation against India tomorrow. Until then, for that match report, this is me, Lawrence Howard, bidding you goodbye. Goodbye.